What's up, squeegee slingers and water-fed pole wiggling wagglers, and indeed gutter guzzlers. How you doing? Hopefully you're keeping well. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about how you can keep working during the winter. Stay tuned. So yes indeed folks, welcome back to the channel, to a very cold and blustery Scotland. Today we're talking about how you can keep window cleaning during those colder temperatures. A little secret trick of the trade that I'm going to give you today, especially if you're new to window cleaning, that'll help you keep working during those colder temperatures, whether you're doing water-fed pole window cleaning or you're doing traditional. So let's get on with it. So, if you're doing traditional window cleaning, you need to ensure that your solution is not going to freeze up on the glass, or at least give you enough time to squeegee it off the glass before it freezes. Now, a trick of the trade a lot of people have used is car screen wash, or windshield washing fluid, as you guys in America like to call it. So yes, windscreen washing fluid is a really good way of ensuring that you can keep doing traditional window cleaning. So depending on how cold it is, you may need to add a lot more of the car screen wash if it gets even colder. Now, the ingredient that stops it from freezing is IPA, or pure rubbing alcohol. I'll leave a link in the description below to this type of alcohol. It's not the kind of stuff you would want to put in your whiskey glass, mind you. With this ingredient, that is what stops it from freezing. So in premium car screen wash, the really good quality stuff, that will have more of this pure alcohol content within it. Or you can actually buy pure alcohol itself. So something like this, or you can get it in 25-litre containers, which is pure rubbing alcohol. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can get this from. Now, if it's really cold, now that we're talking below 0 degrees Celsius, then you're going to obviously have to use quite a lot of either premium car screen wash with a good IPA content, or indeed just a lot of this actual pure IPA, pure rubbing alcohol, into your bucket itself. Sometimes you might even need to go for a 50-50 mix between this and whatever else cleaning solution that you prefer to use, whether it's a professional detergent or you just use water with some dishwashing soap in there. You may need a 50-50 mix, or even more if it's even colder. So it really depends on how cold it is. Essentially, a good rule of thumb is if you notice it's starting to turn into what we call a slush puppy on the window, so if that solution is starting to freeze up on the glass, obviously you're going to need to add more IPA into your bucket, but just make sure you're wearing gloves when you're using any kind of chemicals like this. So if you're doing traditional window cleaning, that's a good little tip for you. Either premium car screen wash or IPA into your bucket, and just keep adding more and more until it doesn't freeze any longer. You'll get a feel over time for how much you need to use depending on the temperatures that you're having to contend with. But what if you're doing water-fed pole window cleaning? What if that is starting to freeze up on the glass? It's getting to 0 degrees or below. You don't want that purified water freezing on your customers' windows. So here you can see we've got a 500-litre tank. It's just a standard water-fed pole system. We've got a controller linked up to a pump and a battery. So what I do here in northeast Scotland is, if it's around about 0 degrees Celsius, then I put in 1 litre of the pure alcohol into the tank, and that helps it to stop it from freezing. If it's any colder than that, then I double it. So some days it's been -2, -3, -4 degrees Celsius and getting pretty chilly. So to stop it freezing, I had to use double the amount. So sometimes 2 litres of this, 2.5 litres of this. So I just keep adding more until I got a feel for at what point it stopped freezing, which is great because what it means is it's also not going to freeze when it's on the ground. Now, a lot of people have hot water systems, which is absolutely fantastic. It really helps cut through the dirt and the grime a lot quicker if you have a hot water system for your water-fed pole. But the downside is that when obviously the water cools on the glass, when you drive off to your next job, there's the potential there of the water freezing on the glass or freezing on the ground. So a good way of getting around that is by also adding this into your tank, which will help it to clean better. IPA is a really good cleaner, a good degreaser, but it's also going to help that water to stop from freezing. So I've seen a lot of comments on Facebook, people saying that they couldn't get to work, they were really struggling to get to work because it was getting sort of near 0 degrees or below, especially if they were doing water-fed pole systems. So hopefully this information today will help you to carry on working during the winter months, especially if you're using the water-fed pole system. So leave your comments in the box below, folks. What kind of tricks of the trade do you like to use? If you've used this one, it'd be great to hear how you've got on using the IPA. And indeed, thank you very much for watching. We've been really much appreciated, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.